Chapter 23, Episode 13. The next station was Chicago. They had to stop in Chicago to see the city. It was the birthplace of the skyscraper. The first city with a few other things too. Great architecture. They were the first to start building what was considered transportation of the future under the city. It was good to get off the train and walk on land. They left the platform and took their luggage onto the street and took a cab to the hotel. I've never been in a hotel like this. It's the kind of thing my mother likes. I find it a bit too much, but my mum insisted. I like it. For someone as rich as her mother, it wasn't too much to stay at the Waldorf Astoria. It was close to a nice city beach in the heart of the bold towers reaching like branchless trees for the sun. This city is so huge and still growing up and down and out into the lake. Look at this bathtub. Can you describe it to me while I watch the city? You're a nut. I'm running a bath. It's big enough for two. Oh, look at all the different salts or oils. Oh, fuck me. What's this? Artemis came in to look. What should I put in? Salt. Which one? Pick two. Why are you so decisive? Artemis laughed. Are you going to come in? Artemis stripped and sat opposite Carla. She had to put her legs over Carla to fit. Carla ran her hands over the legs of Artemis. You have such amazing muscles. It's my obsession to be fit. I love touching them. I sometimes feel like I'm stealing your touch when we sleep together. I shouldn't like it so much. Artemis laughed. I just wanted to admit it. I know, Carla. I notice when you touch me. Carla laughed. She hesitated for a second before turning around. Then she hesitated until Artemis put her hands on her back. Then she leaned back onto Artemis. Artemis could feel Carla's heart racing. It slowed down with the little waves in the tub caused by Carla's sudden movement. It slowed down to a half sleep. After a little lazing in the tub, they decided to catch some of Chicago while the sun was still up. Carla put on a summer dress. Artemis put on her wild pigskin shorts. Carla convinced her it would be okay to leave her throwing knives in the room. There would be no hunting in the city. She did carry a few small knives in her vest. They walked a short distance to the beach and took their sandals off and walked in the water. Chicago waterfront was a beautiful place for a visit and a walk. On one side of the beach was a big lake. On the other side, many roads and enormous skyscrapers. Walking north, they had a long piece of concrete to walk over before coming to the next long beach. There they found Lincoln Park, where they sat and watched some boys playing baseball. Nothing new for Carla, but it was for Artemis. She had read about it, but never had the pleasure of watching people playing it. It was a little tedious, but sitting on the grass and not caring one way or the other about anything was a nice way to relax. Artemis reached for a throwing knife that wasn't on her leg only once when she saw a rabbit eating grass in front of a bush. They spent the rest of the afternoon in the park wandering around and visiting the zoo, before taking a taxi back to the hotel. After getting dressed for an evening out, they walked until they found Hugo's Frog Bar and Fish House. Have you ever eaten frog legs, Artemis? Sure I have. Really? I haven't. Grandpa and I used to catch them sometimes on a long hike, make a little fire. I haven't eaten any since. Should we try it then? Sure, they have other dead animals too. It looks a bit expensive. Mom's paying. She won't mind. She would mind if we ate at a shitty fast food restaurant. She gave me a few reasons. She's trying to embrace the whole third industrial revolution thing. She says it's the biggest thing since the telephone and oil. Yeah, I know about it. It's a little more than that though. And I don't get the connection with the expensive restaurant. Food chains are the old model. Something to do with inefficiency of energy waste. And restaurants aren't? I don't know. We'll have to ask my mother. That's her thing. Are you going to eat frog legs? I haven't decided yet.